Modesty, modesty, modesty. We hear about it all the time. And if you're sat there rolling your eyes at me, you're probably on the wrong side of YouTube. This is not a video for the itching ears. This is a video where I'm gonna say it how it is. And if you're a guy, don't click off this video. I would love to hear your input on this topic and to learn about more clothing items that have been a stumbling block for you. Let me spit you a hard truth right now. We are called not to lead others to stumble into sin. Men are wired in such a way that a woman dressing immodestly is going to be triggering. It's just the truth. It doesn't matter how pure, how holy, how devoted that man is to Yah. If a woman is dressing immodestly, it's going to stir things up inside of him that are not always in his control. Now, what he does about these emotions, that is in his control. But the emotions being planted in him, he cannot always control that. Debate with me all you like, it's just the truth. Now, I do need to be careful with my words here because I am not justifying lust by any means. Men and women both need to have self-control alike. And if self-control is something that you are struggling with, take it to the Father. He will help you. But you, my sister, dressing in a provocative way is not helping our fellow brothers in Yahusha to stay pure. You are causing them to sin by dressing this way. You are being a stumbling block to them. That's not justifiable. Men need to learn to control themselves. Yes, I agree. But we need to play our part too. So please, my brothers, let me know if I'm on the right track here. Now, I've said a lot about men, but men are not the only reason modesty is so important. And I'll get a little bit more into that in a second. But I just want to put a disclaimer out there. Modesty is not always about the length of your skirt. It's about your heart posture and the way you carry yourself. And I get people like to say modesty is different things. So before you drop a comment, well, modesty is about obedience to Yah. Okay. But that's not what I'm talking about in this video. I'm talking about physical clothing when it comes to modesty. Just wanted to clear that up. And you know what? You're not necessarily wrong. Modesty can be a bunch of different things. Modesty can mean different things for different people. Physical modesty can also mean different things for different people though. I know some women like to have turtlenecks and skirts down to your ankles and have their arms covered and possibly their head covered at all times. If that's you, great. Personally, that's not me. I mean, my arms, they're out right now. And my dresses don't always go to my ankles. And you will occasionally catch me in a top that doesn't even cover my shoulders. But this is exactly what I mean about people having different convictions. So just bear that in mind. If you are one of the girlies like me who doesn't like to walk around covered from head to toe 24/7, great. If you are a girl who does, great. Now, this video is not to condemn you. We have all been in the world once. You might still be out there. I've dressed immodestly. I still fall short. I am not perfect myself. Now, one of the great things about the new covenant and the law being written on our hearts is Yahuwah will give us all different convictions. Now, there are obviously some clothing items out there that are a definite no-no and some that are a little bit more in the grey area. Something that one sister might feel is modest, another sister might feel is immodest. Neither are necessarily wrong. We women all have completely different bodies, and one outfit that might look modest on one sister might be a little bit more revealing and not so appropriate on another sister. So I just wanted to put it out there. I'm not telling you what you can and cannot wear. That is not my place. Now, I'm very blessed in the fact that I found the truth quite young. So I grew up with two very strong Christian parents. Parents wouldn't dare put me in little shorts or dresses without leggings underneath them. So modesty has come quite naturally to me, which I know it doesn't come naturally to everyone. As I grew older, obviously, you know, once you get to like 10, 11, 12 years old, you start dressing yourself before then, honestly, at some point. But for me, I just wore princess dresses. So I wasn't so modest. I was out here in the short booty jean shorts and the crop tops and all of that stuff. But the era didn't last very long. So after my dad found the truth, then obviously I was a bit more convicted about that era of my life and it kind of died. Modesty was something I did out of, I suppose, obligation. But Yahuwah met me when I think I was about 13 years old, and with being saved and with actually finally getting into a true relationship with the Father, he opened your eyes to see it completely differently. And so something that was once a, oh, I can't wear this because I'm not allowed because of some strict rules or whatever, became something to me that was beautiful and necessary. There's this quote, I don't know if you've heard it before: modesty isn't about hiding your body, it's about revealing your dignity. And that is very true. I no longer cover up because I have to. I do it because I love the Father, I want to honor him. And I want to respect my body and respect my temple, because this is a temple. The same way we can't just be eating anything, we cannot just be dressing anyhow. Now, I'm aware other believers may have gone a little bit further down the route of dressing more worldly, so it can be a lot harder to get out. Changing the way you dress and starting to dress more modestly is not something that will happen overnight. If you have gone that far, the Father will convict you on things slowly and reveal things to you, normally one by one. So it's not like, oh, one day you wake up and you need to throw out all your clothes and get a complete new wardrobe. Something you might wear one week, the next week you might look at and go, I just don't think this is going to work out for me anymore. Everybody's journey is so different, and I just want to acknowledge that. Now, for me personally, sometimes I still struggle with wanting to dress a certain way for, I'm gonna just say it how it is. Sometimes we want to dress a certain way because we want attention. It's just the truth. It's the same way men are wired to be triggered by a woman dressing immodestly. It's the same science behind a woman wanting to dress immodestly in the first place. She wants attention. She wants to attract a mate. But let me tell you the hard truth that I had to come to learn. Yes, when you dress more modestly, you will get less attention, but you'll get the right attention. Trashy clothes attract trashy men. It's that simple. And your future husband that you are praying for right now, I hope, believe me, he's not going to be looking for you amongst the world. That man will not be looking at you based on your body and what you are wearing. In fact, he might be looking to think, does she dress herself with dignity? I know women like to say, oh, I'm not dressing like this for a man though, I'm dressing for myself. I really had to evaluate myself on that, because I would tell myself that. It wasn't true. It wasn't true. We do it for attention, and that's just the hard truth. So I feel like this part of modesty is not really talked about. We're all told you need to be modest, you need to dress more covered, you need to be this, you need to be that. Why? Why do we even have to dress modest? Because it's not written straight out in the Bible, thou shalt dress modestly. It's not. And that's why it can be such a controversial one. Now, I've already kind of touched on one of the important reasons why modesty is important, and that is to not lead others to stumble into sin. But also, the way we dress is a representation of our Father in heaven. When we leave the house, what we say, what we do, how we act, how we treat others, and what we wear is all representing Yahuwah. We are ambassadors of the faith, okay? And we are called to be set apart. We are called to not be like the world. We should really physically be looking different. Modesty is not just about not triggering men. It's about honoring our Father. Our bodies are temples. We must take pride and we must take care in the way that we choose to clothe ourselves. We are called to honor Yahuwah in absolutely everything we do, and this includes our clothing. No, there might not be scriptures that explicitly say thou shalt dress modestly, but there are several. Hold on. That would suggest this is the right thing to do. So yes, we are called to be modest because we must honor our Father in absolutely everything we do. We should be dressing for him and not dressing for the world. Not even dressing for ourselves, because that's a big one we hear. Oh, I'm dressing like this for myself. No, honey, you should be dressing for the Most High. Would your Father be pleased to see you dressing that way? One rule of thumb that I like to keep close when it comes to picking out an outfit for the day is, would I go and have a meeting with Yahusha in this outfit? If the answer is no, which sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, no, I wouldn't go meet Yahusha in this. Going back to the wardrobe and picking out a different outfit. But if you're struggling to decide whether an outfit is modest or not, think about it that way. And I know that sometimes we can put on an outfit and we can feel really cute, and then we have that really tight gut feeling that makes us like, yeah, I know, I really shouldn't be right. That's the conviction of the Holy Spirit. Learn to listen to it because it's valuable and it will help you and it will guide you. And that's what I'm saying. One outfit that someone might put on and make them go, no, I can't do this, might not make another sister go like that. And while I realise I've been talking a lot about modesty for women, and that is kind of what this video is about, it's modesty for women, but modesty is not just for women, it is for men too. Because the same way women dressing a certain way can be triggering to men, men dressing a certain way can be triggering to women. So guys, if you're still watching, don't think what I'm saying here excludes you. Men's clothing is naturally more covering, I would say. Still ask the Father to guide you, because there are certain things that are maybe just a little bit more questionable. So I realised that was a really long introduction, but hello beautiful people. If you are new here, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Joanna and I'm so excited you decided to stop by and stay this long. In today's video, I want to go over a couple of outfit pieces that I have personally been convicted on. These clothing pieces might not convict you, or they might not have convicted you before, and then when I bring them up, the Father might tug at your heart, or he might not. You might still think these clothing items are okay, but either way I want to discuss them. And then I want to go into some of my modesty staples that have helped me to build a wardrobe that honors our Father YAHUAH. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to join the amazing community of believers our Father YAHUAH is building here. Make sure to give this video a like so that more of our brothers and sisters can see it, and drop a comment because I love reading your guys' comments. Unless of course you're going to tell me that modesty is irrelevant. Don't drop a comment then. If you want to skip straight to the bit where I go over my modesty staples, you can. The timestamps are below. But if you want to stick around and hear about some clothing pieces and wardrobe bits that I think will be quite convicting, then stay here. And I just want to put it out there, I've said it, I think I've said it before, but I am not telling you what you can and cannot wear. That is not my place. That is between you and the Father. I'm just going over my personal convictions, and if it sparks conviction in you too, great. If it doesn't, great. So convicting clothing item number 1. Now for the sake of my guys here, my brothers here, I'm not going to put images on the screen of women wearing these clothes. Instead, I'm just going to show you. So clothing item number 1, and this is going to get a few of you, is leggings. Now don't get me wrong, I still wear leggings if something is covering my butt, because leggings, they may be full coverage, but they hide nothing, like at all. We can see the whole front situation, we can see the whole back situation. It's just not situationing. Unfortunately, though leggings are quick and easy to put on, and they are a convenient gym option, yes, these still have the tags on them because I have not yet worn them. Will I wear them potentially around the house? Maybe. But I also have a younger brother at home, so even around the house I try to be sensible with what I wear, because I need to be setting an example for him so he knows what he should be looking for when he grows up and if he wants to get married one day and take a wife. Yes, I used to walk around in just leggings and a t-shirt. Full coverage outfit, but it's crazy how you can still see everything. So this is a piece that I keep in my wardrobe. It's a staple, a legging is a staple, but it's about how you style it. Pop it under a dress, pop a skirt over the top of it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that later in some of my modesty staples. There is nothing wrong with wearing leggings, it is just about how you wear them, but leggings on their own were never intended to be worn as like a trouser or as like pants, because that's what you call them in the US. They were never intended to be worn on their own, and we have normalized wearing them on their own. Take it up with the Father. I'm not telling you you can't walk around with just leggings, I'm just spitting my own personal conviction, genuinely. Convicting clothing item number 2, the everyday swimsuit. Now I know bikinis are one of those things which I feel like we're kind of all on the same page with, the fact that perhaps as women of Yah we shouldn't be prancing around in bikinis. If you still are, no condemnation, that is between you and the Father. But even the regular everyday one-piece swimsuit, I can't rock with it anymore. I can't. I feel like it's quite self-explanatory for the same reason as the leggings. It's just completely sculpting. We can see everything, honey. We can see everything. That's what I'm just trying to say. We can see the back, we can see the front, we can get some legs. It's not ideal. Now, before you ask me why do I own these clothes then if I'm convicted about them, this is actually a swimsuit that has a skirt that goes with it. We'll talk more about that later. Now this may actually be quite a controversial one because you're swimming, what else are you supposed to wear? And I know people feel like, oh, I'm in the water so nobody can see me anyway. That's why I'm saying these are my own personal convictions. I wouldn't feel comfortable personally going to the swimming pool in just this anymore. It is harder to be modest at a swimming pool, and swimwear does have to be a little bit smaller than everyday clothing. However, there is still ways you can remain modest whilst at the pool. This is definitely one that I had to communicate with the Father with a lot until I was finally comfortable. Some women do like to buy the swimsuits that it's like a dress and then it covers you with leggings and then it's completely long sleeve and goes up to your neck. Cool, if that's what you want to wear, great. I personally don't go for that, but like I said, stick around for my modesty staples if you want to see what I do wear to the pool. Convicting clothing item number 3, or should I say items? Yeah, we're back at it with the gym wear. So we have the sports bras, which again, sports bras are chill. I mean, look, I own the sports bra. It's about how you style it. People have begun, and they've been doing this for a good few years now, styling sports bras as tops. It's in the name. It's a sports bra. It's not a sports top. For me personally, walking around in just this, the Holy Spirit would be screaming at me from inside my head. I wear sports bras, duh, but I like to wear them with either a sports vest top or like a sports tee over the top. And then we have the booty shorts, but not just the booty shorts, okay? Because I wear these around the house. This is where I cut the line. Are we seeing that? And I'm convinced these scrunchies are getting more scrunchy. The whole purpose of this thing is for this seam to sit in your butt to make it look bigger and rounder. Well, first of all, obviously I would never wear these out the house. If you would, that's between you and the Father, honey. But even around the house with my younger brother, the scrunch is a little bit too scrunchy. Convicting clothing item number 4 is low cut tops. Now, this is a flexible one because if you're a smaller chested girly, you're gonna get away with lower cut tops than if you are a bigger chested girly. Now, a top can be all the way up to your wrists, covering all the way down your torso. If it's giving chest, then it's not really giving for me at all. I don't always wear tops with a seam like this that go up to here. I do have some square neck tops that cut to here, but my rule of thumb is I don't like to show cleavage. If you do, great sis. I don't like to show cleavage. For me, especially from what I've heard from the men around me, cleavage is just a little bit too much. Save that for your husband. So when it comes to tops, I like to make sure that we don't got none of that going on, and that even if I am showing the top portion of my chest, you're not getting anything else. A top for me can be as covering as it can be. If it's giving low cut, it's not giving at all for me. Now, the final convicting clothing item that I want to talk about, I don't actually own, and I don't really want to put a picture on the screen, but it's those bodycon dresses and those bodycon skirts that are completely covering. Like those things can go up to your neck. Some of them are like spaghetti straps, some of them are like a t-shirt strap situation. Some of them genuinely go to your wrist, to your neck, and to your ankles, but it's compressing you in and you can see every single bump on your body. And this is what I mean. Clothing can be completely full coverage, but still so revealing. And it's frustrating. I know for my big hip girls, these items are very flattering. Now, this is a really common clothing item that I see a lot of people wear. And so this might be more of a personal conviction. But for me, I don't care how long the dress is. I don't care how long the skirt is. If it's form-fitting and it is tight around my backside and it is tight around all my hips, the Father is like, no, Joanna, no, take it off. And I've tried. If it is tight around my backside and it is just tight in general, the Holy Spirit doesn't let me. And that's me. That is me. And I know some body shapes actually can get away with these dresses and it doesn't look too bad. Mine, I can't. It'd be giving too much. But if it don't be giving too much for you, that's cool. I feel like I've spoken enough about things that have been convicting to me and things that are no-nos. Let's talk about some yeses, please. Let's talk about some things that I love and have really made modesty something easy that I can do really without thinking about it. Let's go over my modesty staples. So item number 1, we have the baggy trouser. When my dad first came into this truth, and obviously I was a little 9-year-old girl, so I just kind of did what he said. I didn't really have a personal relationship with the Father. Trousers were a no. They were a no. No, not a lot of trousers. Skirts and dresses only. And it's actually only recently that I bought my first pair of jeans. Now, I know this is a sensitive one because some people feel and believe that jeans are a man's clothing and so we are not allowed to wear them. I'm not personally convicted when it comes to jeans. It depends on the jean, okay? Baggy trousers. I went on the hunt for so long to try and find a pair of jeans that did not hug my butt or hug my front. Because every jean I put on, even the baggy ones, had a beautiful baggy leg and then just hugged everything else. And it's like, well, this is not helpful. My mum finally found me a pair of jeans, bless her heart, that did not hug my backside at all. They fall perfectly. I don't really know how to explain it. They just fall perfectly. They fall perfectly over it and they don't show off the front, but they're still jeans. I love me also a baggy jogger situation. Joggers, my US girlies call them sweats. You can dress up sweats. You can put on a nice top and then do like a baggy pair of joggers and you can really dress it up. Add some gold jewelry and you've got a cute outfit. Okay, you know, for the summer, linen trousers, Because they're so flowy, they keep you so cool, yet they're full coverage, not hugging anything tightly. Love me a pair of linen trousers, especially in the summer. If you don't want to just wear skirts and dresses, and wearing trousers is not something that the Father is convicting you on, go for baggy trousers. They are so versatile, you can style them so many different ways, and they leave things to the imagination that should be left to the imagination. I just like to be mindful of when my trousers are hugging me, but otherwise these are a huge wardrobe staple for me. Okay, let's talk about gym wear now, because you may or may not know, but I'm a workout girly, I'm not a gym girly, so I can actually be a lot more flexible because I do home workouts. I can actually wear what I want because it's just me and the most high, so no one else is seeing that. But occasionally I do find myself in a gym. This is my go-to gym outfit. So we have the joggers that I showed you guys before, which you can dress up. I like them. And it does get a little bit warm. I'm not gonna lie, it can sometimes get a little bit warm, but are we really gonna let the fact that we might be getting a little bit warm be an excuse for us to dress in a way that is not honouring the Most High? For me, it sounds like a bit of a lousy excuse. It is what it is, honey. It can get a little bit warm dressing modest in a gym. That's just how it is. But because I'm in short sleeves, I don't tend to get too warm, and I do have an alternative for you if you do be getting hot. But then I love these full coverage tops. I don't really know what you call them, but I have them in like 3 colors. They're full coverage, which is great because when you are jumping around, we want to be keeping things steady on our top half. These just make a very cute, very simple gym outfit that doesn't feel like I'm going to the gym dressed in just straight up baggy clothes, or like I've just put a trash bag over my body. And they're really easy to style in different ways, so I love them. I also love running shorts. Now don't get me wrong, I wouldn't personally put these on just as is. For me, that would be no different than wearing a mini skirt. But what you can do, this is for my girls who get hot in the gym, wear a pair of 3/4 length leggings, or you can do full length leggings, put the running shorts over the top. Okay, you hearing me? Boom. Literally boom. And 3/4 length leggings are a staple for the closet for underdresses and underskirts, and that if you don't already have some. But these are 2 gym situations that I have which help me to be a little bit more modest in the gym whilst not being too warm and whilst still looking cute. Because here's the motto of the video: keep it modest, make it cute. So my next staple is for swimwear. Now I'm a swim dress girly. Once I discovered these, I was sold. This is my current favorite swim dress. She's beautiful. I took her on the cruise with me to Norway. It just allows for your back side and your front area to be covered, and this is what I'm trying to cover up because I don't really want to be showing that personally. You can get swimsuits that come with skirts as well if you do want a little 2-piece section. I've seen tankinis that come with skirts. If you're a swimmer, invest in the swim dress. They have so many different ones out there. I've seen loads, but it's just a super simple and easy way to just be a little bit more covered at the pool. And if you do want to wear one of those full length, you know, the dress ones that come with the leggings and the long sleeve, wear that. That's a great option too. For me personally, my conviction doesn't go that deep. I love me a good swim dress. Okay, next item. This one might actually be a little bit controversial, but the denim skirt. Okay, these are small. These are short. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're short. Again, I would not wear this on its own, but I like to pop them over a pair of leggings with, I don't know, any top, maybe a sweatshirt in the winter when it's getting cold, a sweater. And it's just a super simple way to cover my butt and cover my front area whilst I'm wearing leggings and still look cute. No, it's not the longest skirt, and this is why I said it might be a bit controversial. This might be convicting to you. It's not to me. And when I was first starting out, getting modest again after my little season of not being so, these were my crutch. And I just feel like the denim skirt is very Joanna. I'm a big denim skirt girly. It's just such a simple way to wear leggings if you want to wear leggings. Take up with the Father, but a cute little denim mini skirt will always be in my closet. Mini to a degree. Because some of them really be giving like... Okay, second to last item is have some like long, just throw me on jacket situations, especially if a pair of trousers might be a little more tight and you want to wear them. Just put something over the top. Just put on a cute little jacket that's long, or even tie something around your waist and boom, you're sorted. I have several of these and they just make an outfit look so much more put together and formal whilst also keeping you a little bit more covered. And my final item, obviously I have to mention these, but I left them till last because I feel like this one is kind of just common sense. But dresses and skirts. So versatile. So simple and quick and easy to just throw on and immediately look put together. And it's so hard to go wrong. Maxi dresses, midi dresses, midi skirts. I said midi, not mini, okay? These will forever be on my outfit rotation. There's 100 million ways you can style a basic maxi skirt. And if you're in a pinch and you're in a rush, a dress or a skirt will never fail you. They are the definition of make it modest, keep it cute. If you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for sticking around. Please, 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 let me just say it again, this video was not to condemn you. Modesty is a tricky and sensitive topic where people have all sorts of different convictions, and it's completely up to you and the Father. If there's anything in this video you disagree with, or anything that has convicted you, instead of taking it to the comments and causing strife, take it to the Father. If you have any modesty staples in your wardrobe, please share them in the comments to help me and the other sisters out. I would love to hear some of your guys' go-tos. If I have upset you or anyone in this video, please know that was not my intention. My intention was to share my own convictions and give you guys some things to help build your modest wardrobes that I have found really helpful. I love you lots. Yahusha loves you even more, and I will catch you in the next one. Mwah.